Welcome to The System Works, the lifestyle channel that shows you who you are, what you truly want, and how to get it. The System Works. Own it. Hello, everyone. Welcome to an episode of The System Works. I'm your host, Ernest Phillips. And if I sound a little bit more somber than normal, it's because I am. Today's topic is the excuse it's not enough anymore. Over the weekend, I watched some of the Ryder Cup. If you've watched my other episodes, I'm a golfer. I love the game. And I saw some absolute horrendous behavior from people, okay? I saw people hurling insults at European golfers. They are not our enemy. Okay, it's golf. It's a competition. These are the people that are playing at the highest of the highest level. And the spectators, my fellow Americans, are out there screaming at people. Someone threw a beer can at one of the players' wives. Now, if you are one of the people who saw that and felt like that is wrong, good. If you're one of the people that said, well, I'm not one of those people and I would never do it, I'll say good. But that's not enough anymore. It's just not enough. It's no longer enough for us to sit back and say, well, I wouldn't do it. We have watched this in every aspect of humanity. We have watched people attack large groups of people, and we let it slide. We let it slide because, well, I'm not one of those people. That's not enough anymore. It's not enough to be neutral when it's wrong. We are going to be defined in our lives by our children, by our loved ones, by our friends in eternity, if you believe in that, by not what we stood by neutral, but what we did for and what we stood against. Some things are just wrong. We've all seen movies. We've all read stories. There's a clear villain. They're doing wrong. They're doing wrong to people who are innocent. They're doing wrong, and we see it, and that's why we root for the hero. That's why we're excited when the hero absolutely destroys and beats the villain. This is human. This is not about politics. This is not about race. This is not about gender. This is human. And I'm not the neutral sitting back. It's not enough anymore. Now, I do a lot of work with individuals who have been victims of domestic violence. And there was a time when a man in this country could violently strike a woman openly and in public, and people would say nothing. They would look at it and go, ooh, that's terrible. That must be something around them. They wouldn't do anything. They were neutral. Statistically, domestic violence those numbers, which are still way too high, those numbers didn't drop until people got involved, until people stood against domestic violence. Not because they have been a victim, not because they knew the person, not because it affected them personally, because they knew. It affected them because it was wrong. And it's time we start standing up against the things we know are wrong. Now, I don't care who you are. I don't care what you're doing. When we are doing bad things against other people and they don't deserve it, because we are not the judge of that, it's no longer enough to say, well, I wouldn't do it. I'm not one of those people. Here's the tug tip. Anything that you get used to becomes your new norm. If you're not doing anything about it, you're going to see it more often because you're not standing against it. You're not vocalizing against it. And then it becomes the new norm. And by simply watching and not going against it, you are accepting it. And some things are still unacceptable. What's the Wi-Fi? Mirror moments. What do you want to reflect? What do you want your legacy to reflect? What do you want your kids to see you? What do you want your spouse, your friends, the people that you genuinely respect? How do you want them to see you? Do you want to reflect you were neutral? Or do you want to reflect that you took a stand when you knew it was wrong? The risk is worth it because you have to live with you. We'll see you soon. We hope you enjoyed this episode of The System Works. Have fun with the action steps. Enjoy the Wi-Fis. Click like, click subscribe, and comment. The good and the bad, we like them all. We look forward to seeing you next time. The System Works. Own it.